Hey, this is fucked up. I'm gonna get right into it. So, in the last week there have been some controversies surrounding Captain America, which is a bizarre sentence to say out loud. Uh, Two, to be exact. So, the first one is at the end of Nick Spencer's first issue of Captain America #1, it's revealed that Captain America has been a Nazi and has possibly been a Nazi the whole time. And people are losing their minds about this. Sorry, I'm, that's he's. It's gotten to my head. This stupid controversy. He doesn't actually. At no point is the word Nazi used. He reveals himself to be Hydra. Hail Hydra is what he says. And then from that, people have gleaned, oh, Captain America is a Nazi. Captain America is anti-Semitic. And like, this is no, okay, this is dumb. This is all sprouted up from nowhere. Um, this is a comic book. And this is the end of issue 1. This is the end of the beginning of the story, and people have already made up their minds, and they're marching in the streets, and they're saying that this is wrong. Get Marvel and shit the bed with this one. This is nonsense. Okay, first of all, the story's not done. In a world where it could be a clone or a robot or brainwashing or a double cross or whatever, who cares? Who cares? Why are you getting this upset about it? I love Captain America. I'm not offended by a storyline that says again, I'm using the word Nazi. The word Nazi was not used. He's Hydra. Hydra are connected to the Nazis, but they don't sort of share their inherent nationalist views. It's more about them trying to control the world and dominate the world rather than actually try and purify it through genetics or racial limitations. It's not that at all. That's not there. And people have accused Marvel of being anti-Semitic. There's nothing in the issue that's anti-Semitic. It's just he says "Hail Hydra" at the end, and honestly, it's bonkers. Even Chris Evans himself got involved. He was like, "Say it ain't so, Hydra." That's fine, but people are issuing death threats to the writer of the issue, and that's just stupid. That's what a crazy person does. Okay, don't get that upset about somebody writing a story. If you're not happy with this story, don't read it. Nobody's making you read this. There are plenty of other Captain America stories from decades of comic books for you to read if need be. Okay, go back and watch Civil War if you want. There he is in his prime. Or Winter Soldier. Who cares? Don't get so upset over this. It's not worth it. It's kind of stupid, and at some point Marvel are going to reveal why he says "Hail Hydra" at the end, and you're going to look stupid for telling a man to kill himself, which is pathetic. That's what I have to say on that. The next thing is the Tumblr crowd are lobbying to get Marvel to declare Captain America as gay because that's how they see his and Bucky's relationship. Now, it's not how I see it. Through the comics, Bucky was kind of like in the comics. Bucky is supposed to be like his little brother. In the films, it seems like he's more of the big brother type, the big brother best friend. But it's kind of open to interpretation, I suppose. I mean, there's one or two moments where Black Widow says, I know what Bucky means to you. To me, Bucky is his last link to the past, home, effectively. And he's all he's got left. And Captain America is such a stand-up guy that he will go to war with the world to protect his friend. But it's odd because people have read deeply into that. And again, it's open to interpretation, of course. They haven't, with the exception of getting Captain America to kiss a girl in each movie, they've never unequivocally said, "Oh no, he's straight as an arrow," and that's fine. Again, it's open to interpretation, but I don't see the point in forcing a studio to declare him as gay. It's kind of Tumblr fan wish fulfillment. There are plenty of other gay superheroes and gay characters in comic books that do need their time in the spotlight, and I will say that Marvel need to acknowledge that they don't have any homosexual characters in their movies by and large. I mean, nobody that no one has a really central role as that, and that is a glaring omission. So that's odd, and they need to acknowledge that. If you want to see, if you want a a gay superhero, pick up an issue of Midnighter. Okay, he's the Batman archetype, and he's gay, and his boyfriend is the Superman archetype, and he's gay. It's perfect. It's brilliant. Okay, it's imagine if Batman and Superman were gay, and it sounds like a joke. It sounds like a crass YouTube parody. It's not. It's it's a really good, great story with a superhero that will kick your ass, and it's yeah. So if you want a gay superhero, there's one. North Star from the X-Men. He's gay. There are two members of the Young Avengers that are gay. You know, Deadpool is kind of pansexual and gender fluid. So is Loki. They have plenty of characters that are within that spectrum to draw from. They should do that, you know. But I don't see the logic in making Captain America gay. That's just, there are plenty of like comics and little Tumblr posts and fan pics online for that. Don't, you know, and when they made Nick Fury a black guy, I didn't mind it. It worked for the time, and it's still working now. So it's not about like, oh, they're deviating from the source material. It's about don't try and wish this onto a large studio, because nothing will come of it. However, the only thing I want Marvel to take away from this is that you don't have any gay characters. Maybe you should look into that. So those are my thoughts on that bizarre Captain America controversy from the last week or there. Yeah, if you like this vid, please click like, subscribe, view, share, and all the usual jazz. And I'll see you later on.